what the fuck happened to you. You hear me? God damn it.
Why the fuck ain't we live yet?
Oh, nigga, we are. You
Oh
just
yeah,
ain't
we
paying
are.
attention yet.
Damn, y'all made me curse
Yeah.
on camera. I hate y'all.
Oh,
Well,
you
He
that's
did.
a
got
good
caught.
thing. Well, guess what? Gotcha, bitch. Let's roll the motherfucking old intro.
Ooh.
Yo, 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 what it do, what it is, y'all. It's your boy Taylor May Rock. You're now tuned into the No Filter Show. And as always, I'm joined by my great co-hosts.
Y'all already know these vibes, beats, bars, and faith in the building. K Quick, mentally lickster. Y'all know Asylum out everywhere. Get it!
Man, and of course, it's your man GMO, aka non GMO, and I wish I had my sound effects because, god damn it, if I'm not busting off, my banner says the former, the greatest, the one who did it the most, the shot, the club up thug. I'm right here. You heard me? Yeah, ho.
Shawnee
Yeah,
Sean in the
ho.
building. BBF in here.
What's happening? Because Quick is aggressive. You busting off. Rock, what you got going on? Like, what the hell is happening tonight? Let me
Listen, listen,
wait before
listen.
you
What I
answer
got?
that. Hold,
Go ahead.
before you answer that, let me get out of Dodge. I'm the Blue Phoenix, y'all. I'm about to put a whole mask on. I don't know what the hell happening on this show tonight.
Why don't you deflect it with your mind control?
Ski, ski,
I'm gonna
ski.
punch you with my
Ski, ski.
mind control.
Ski,
And
ski, 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 ski.
So look,
punch,
normally we have a
punch that.
topic that everybody that's tuning in, but this is a monthly show about nothing, where we talk to the audience, we talk amongst ourselves, and we just, pass the time away. So you said, "What's up with me?" So Mo pointed out something about me. He said, "Bro, you have this one sound effect that you always make, and it's this."
You sound like hey, nah, hold up. When you do that,
He's an undercover
when you
arsonist.
when you do that, no, it's not an undercover arsonist. That sounds like he about to say the dopest shit over a track. Sound like he about to
Lil
light the
Wayne.
J and motherfucking start spitting some shit. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it's gonna be about, hey, listen, so it's not gonna be about ape shit. I think you're gonna be talking about like chimp shit, something exotic, something different, bro.
Hold on, bro. Why can't it be orangutan shit? You get what I'm saying? We see
Bro,
chimps at the zoo.
orangutans are humans, bro. Orangutans are the best sign languages like ever, bro. Like, no, no.
Wow, because they can put up their middle finger, bro.
Who the fuck ever says an orangutan loses his mind? Orangutans don't lose their mind. They're the calm ones. They're the high ones. They're the chill ones. They are the Moseses of all great apes. So no,
I
you
thought,
cannot
Hi,
go
Sean.
orangutan shit. There's no such thing as, bro, I lost it today. I just want orangutan shit. No, 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 no. But chimps and
Oh
apes,
yeah, that's different. Well, orangutan is an ape.
yeah.
it is. I just said that. But orangutans are nonviolent. They are the most peaceful fucking animals on the planet with the longest wingspan and the greatest minds. They can sign language and they don't say shit. They don't growl. They don't want to fuck you up. They just want to look at you with their furry selves, with their red hair, and just make sweet love to you with their sweet eyes, bro. Like,
Pause. That's
have
Hey,
you
illegal.
ever been?
That's illegal.
He said with their eyes. With
I
their
don't
eyes.
care. There's no intimacy allowed with wild animals.
Bro, you've never locked eyes with a female animal of like another species? You've never
Well,
looked
bro.
at a female?
Firstly, a female animal of another species.
Yes.
Well, I've looked at animal in the eyes, but not no wild animal like you talking about,
But a chimpanzee and
bro. I'm not gonna
no.
firstly, I'm not gonna get that close to a chimp. A chimp without fur looks like Bill Goldberg and John Cena and The Rock put together.
Okay, well, fuck a chimp. Let's talk about the orangutans, bro. You've never locked eyes with like a sloth, anything
No,
like that, bro. Like
if
you've
I've seen
never.
it, well, look, if I've seen any one of those animals, it was from a distance in the zoo,
But
and
have you
they've
looked
never.
at that?
No, I have not looked them in the eyes
Why not, bro?
because I
Why
wasn't that
not?
close, and they weren't looking at me. It was between two pained. double-sided glass or whatever. They wouldn't
When
wear.
it is not attractive.
I
I,
guess
I've,
I'm not.
They look
Why
at
would
you.
I?
I've had,
If you
I've
look,
had,
they will look at you.
Well, maybe
I've
I
had,
didn't. Well, how about this? Maybe I didn't want them to look at
I've had every ape species either look. So I was at the fucking Washington Zoo. Okay, I had a baby ape, a baby gray ape, the gorilla, hit his clavicles and shit, and be like, he was challenging me when I was with my girlfriend, bro. Like I've seen that,
you. Wouldn't dare.
Oh, he was trying
but
to fuck.
Uh-huh.
nah, bro, no. First of
Not
all,
He wanted
not
her. He
you,
wanted
I'm
not
about to
her.
say,
you.
oh,
Her.
okay.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo,
He wanted
yo,
her. He was
bruh,
gonna
but no, no,
fight
no,
for
no, no, no,
dominance.
bruh. Do y'all not know that there's an actual gorilla? I forgot his name, but women used to go see this gorilla because they actually thought this gorilla was attractive. I kid you not. You might gotta look it up.
Ugly niggas, you still got hope. It
No,
is, and
it's like an animal. Women were dressed up with perfume and all this stuff to go watch this animal at the zoo.
bro, have you ever seen like horse stables with, and it's full of white women? I've never seen a black horse stable with black women, right? I have seen them peel the shit off of their pee-pees. I'm trying to be politically correct tonight. I don't know why. And can I say, can y'all say it with me? Politically correct. I was trying to say it too fast,
You
but
don't
I've
even
seen
sound
them.
right saying that
Politically,
word. You don't
Hey,
even
hold on,
sound
hold
right
on.
saying it.
Time out. Hold on, bro. I'm gonna put you back for a second,
the pee.
respectfully.
He doesn't even sound right saying the term politically correct.
I
He's
want to
the most
know
unpolitically correct person I know.
the nigga that loves the phrase "it's all good until a dick comes out" wants to call it
Which is
a
a true
PPV.
phrase.
Hold on, let's see if he's back. Hello, sir.
All right, so yeah, I've seen white women. Yeah, they jerk off horse cocks. I've
Pause.
seen that. My bad. My bad. My bad.
I
But
guess that's
look,
better than pee.
yeah,
Hey,
but look, but hold T. Listen. Have you ever locked eyes with an orangutan, bro? They're the most peaceful, brown-eyed beings I've ever seen in my life, bro. They are
well, yeah.
amazing,
Well, I would say this: they are peaceful, but just like many of the apes, even though they don't mean harm, they can still hurt you pretty bad. They got the strength of like 30 humans.
bro. I get that. A fucking cockroach has the strength of like 50 humans, nigga. Like it's all good. We've all been there before. We've all seen the strength of animals outside of us. You dig? But I want to know. I want to know from each and every one of you on the panel, what animal has ever made you fall in love? Like not sexually. That would be weird as fuck. But what animal have you ever gazed at and just been like, I want that animal in my fucking life, or you feel calm around it? A certain spirit.
Her name was Shelly. We was in 5th grade. You know what
She
I'm
was
saying? I met
hairy.
her on the. Nah, she was just an animal. Something I'm playing.
Head doesn't count. You can't get head on the fucking.
I ain't going front. I ain't going front.
Mhm.
One wild animal I would not mind being around all day long, so on and so forth, is actually illegal for humans to even go within like a 4 foot span.
Mhm.
And it's the manatee. And they'll just be swimming amongst you down in Florida. Now, granted, they're the most peaceful, non-violent, harmless things in the world. Very interesting animals. Look like big water bears or whatever. But all in all, it's illegal to touch them and so on and so forth because they don't want them to get used to humans for their safety because they're kind of endangered. So it's illegal for you to touch them. And now if they come up to you and they accidentally brush up against you, that doesn't count against you because they came to you because you didn't see them. But you can't purposely go up to them and interact with them. There's a law
Hmm.
against that in Florida.
Hmm. They are
Something
basically
in Florida that makes sense. Okay.
underwater elephants. But go
Yeah,
ahead,
pretty much.
Phoenix. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say koalas. I like koalas. I also, when I was a
Koalas
little,
are koalas are autistic. They're on the spectrum like shit. I got
yeah,
a whole research about this. Go ahead. Please continue. Please continue.
they're cute though. Also, what interests me about them too is how they give birth. It's just the whole process. I like how that happens. They're kind of like kangaroos a little bit with the birth process. It's kind of cool. And also, when I was a little girl, it was always cats, always kittens.
That's one animal Mo ain't trying to look in the face. He ain't trying to touch no kangaroo.
I'm gonna fuck a kangaroo up and I'm gonna eat the tail on that
You ain't going. You wouldn't
motherfucker.
dare look Kangaroo Jack in his eyes, boy.
I'll bust kangaroo jack ass. We had Nick Ann, she said an owl. Now owls are very spooky.
Bro, I was scared. Bro, I came out the studio. I pulled an all nighter in the studio one time.
Mhm.
And literally, an owl came out the tree and landed right in front of me. And I swear this thing had a wingspan the size of me. And when I say you couldn't have told me that Jeepers Creepers didn't jump out of nowhere, it scared the living hell out of me. I
Hey,
swear.
look. Hey, look. The crazy part about it is that when owls are around you, it's considered to be a blessing. Owls are actually guardians.
Well, yeah,
That's
like,
crazy.
well, the thing is, once it landed like right in front of me and it turned his head all around like I was invading his space, and I was calm. I'm like, dang, that's an owl. That's dope. But the initial jump scare of that big bird just coming out of nowhere, just, whew, it was just a lot.
I bet. I can only
I
imagine.
wasn't ready. I was not ready.
Bro, I have walked outside and I had a big ass owl on a power line, bro. And when I looked up, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it freaked me the fuck because you can't hear them. Their flight, like, they have no
No,
sound.
that's another thing.
They
I
have no
didn't
fucking
hear it.
sound, bro.
I didn't hear the wings flapping. Nothing. It didn't even make a sound when it landed.
Yeah, owls are
that's
dope.
what. That's what.
Yeah.
No wonder why it can just snatch stuff up out of nowhere. Like
Yeah.
you don't hear the thing.
Big facts. Big facts. Now, Rock, what animal do you have you ever ever fallen in love with? Not sexually attracted to. I know you're a freak, but what animal have you ever fallen like for like and you looked them in the eyes? Reptiles, fish, birds, anything, bro.
Bro, it's
What
all-
animal attracts you?
a lion, bro.
A
I
lion?
fuck, yeah, I fucking love lions, bro. Like
I'm not.
it's just the way they live. You feel me? Like the structure of their society. You feel me? Like the way that they to me they represent power. You feel me? You see a male lion with the big mane. You dig what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna fuck with that nigga, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Like that's just I always love that, and I love the fact that the women hunt. You feel me? Like everybody's scared of the male lion, but it's the women lion that really get it in and get it done. The man steps in when he needs to, but his job is to, you know what I'm saying, protect. Just be ready to fight whenever on site. You know what I'm saying?
I will say, lions and tigers are probably the most beautiful animal that you don't want to be around.
This is the crazy thing. This is the crazy thing about animals like that, right? So when we talk about powerful animals, we talked about chimps, we talked about great apes, we talked about mammals that as far as lions are concerned. Um, Most of these animals that we are talking about, right, that are considered to be the most powerful animals, they sleep more than 12 hours a day on average.
You
They
know
don't
why?
work out. They don't fucking work out.
You know why?
I'm listening.
Because them niggas don't gotta pay rent. When you ain't gotta pay rent, you can sleep as long as the fuck you want.
But they pay their rent in a different way because lions and tigers they gotta fight every day over territory just to
Not
even be
necessarily.
just to be able to see. Bruh, dog, yes. Because tigers now, granted, one thing I love about tigers, not only because they're the biggest and or strongest cat,
Mm.
they're loners. They hunt alone. And because I'm an introvert myself, I relate to them. I relate to tigers. But if you look up any animal documentary, between all the cats, you see the tiger has the most scars and the most battle wounds on it because they are literally in wars, dolo, all the time. If they catch food, they gotta fight to keep that food because there's scavengers around who will try to snatch that up.
Mm.
Real talk. So literally, they gotta fight for their comfort. There is no comfort in the wild.
I want to get back to the koala bear shit that the Phoenix was talking about.
Uh-huh.
And koalas are basically the slow bus marsupials of Australia. Okay. I don't know if you've ever heard a koala bear be uncomfortable, but they are weird. and they're pretty fucking violent. Okay, but they're just so slow, and they're on the spectrum that they can't even fucking fight off fires. Okay, and that they have the actual smallest brains amongst most marsupials. No, matter of fact, fuck. No, they're not even marsupials. How the fuck did you even compare that to a kangaroo? They don't have a pouch. That's not a
They
marsupial.
do.
Where's the pouch at?
Who you think about that?
The
Up
gooch.
in you? Up in you?
No, when they
I've
have
never
their
heard.
babies, no, when they have their babies are so tiny, they crawl up and go into the pouch.
I don't believe that that is true.
Okay. I'll go
Do you
check to
understand?
make sure I'm correct, but I've seen that
Yeah, you go
happen.
ahead and check that before I fact check it because I'm on your ass. Because that is the
How
most
about you stay on
weirdest
your ass?
animal. Say what? On my own ass?
Yeah. Tell your ass to shut up. Shut your ass up.
But listen, so out of all the animals that I have ever been attracted to, right? Insect, anything wildlife, I always fell in love with the jumping spider. I am into arachnids more so
Hold on,
than
wait a
any
minute.
other animals. I love
You asked
spiders.
you asked us what animal did we look in the eye and fall in love with, and you mean to tell me you look a jumping spider in the eye, bro?
I don't kill jumping spiders. I don't kill them. They are the leopards of the insect or the arachnid kingdom. Yeah. I mean, I could always go with the dog. I love dogs. Like, bro, I've been raised around dogs all my life, bro. But I have to admit that out of every species of any type of fucking wildlife that you can think of, the jumping spider is the most remarkable specimen that I've ever seen in my life.
Rock, do you mind pulling up what I just sent in the chat, please?
Oh
Oh
Lord.
my gosh.
We got a fist fight going on, y'all. Excuse us.
Oh,
Sir, she said, I was always told owls are a sign aliens are watching. Who the fuck told you that? And who has a tinfoil hat on?
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. I never liked spiders. You know what I mean? I think spiders are cool. Now, granted,
Liz, you talk.
the only reason I don't like spiders is I can't tell which one can and cannot kill me, except the Black Widow.
Hmm. Well, I've been in the military, bro,
Well,
and
of course.
I've slept around scorpions and all this shit, and
Well,
nobody
yeah.
has killed me yet, bro. Like I've seen them a million times over. They don't fuck with us. They just want to eat shit. They want to eat shit that you don't want to eat. So if you want to
Well, it depends. It depends on the spider. Now, granted, of course, you'd be the sensitive. Where were you stationed at when you were in the military?
bro, I was
Bro, I was
stationed
thinking
in
in
Newport
Newport
News, but I traveled all the way around the United States,
State.
bro. Like I never left the United States. I was a fucking asshole.
Now, I don't
So
know. Now, I don't know
um,
what spider this is, but I saw a dang post on TikTok. This woman was filming from her backyard, and literally 50 yards out, she saw a dang spider crawling in the grass. The spider was that big. And I don't know what I would like to know where in Texas it is, so I do not go there. So literally,
you know what? You know what? You know what? We were talking about mammals. Okay, so let me mention my favorite mammal. My bad, y'all. My bad. I got off topic. But let me mention my favorite mammal. My favorite mammal is the sugar glider. Have you ever seen them cute little motherfuckers? They squirrels. They got skirts underneath their arms, and when they just leap into your arms, and all they want to do is nibble on fucking little bugs and shit. I love sugar gliders. Yeah, I'm obsessed with them. I think
yeah,
that's my next
well,
pet. I think it's my next pet. I think I'm gonna get a sugar glider.
I'll say this though. What's the y'all know the animal? Y'all know the animal in Africa that got the highest body count?
A hippo.
Yes, smack in right, boy. The most dangerous animal in the world. Fat.
A damn vegetarian animal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's just territorial, aggressive, with a bad attitude.
Sound like
Responsible for about 600 deaths a year.
sound like Phoenix when she eat bath salts.
Shut your mouth.
I'm
Sa-
listening.
Shut your
Sound like
damn mouth.
it sound like Phoenix when mayonnaise is in the room.
What? So they
Oh,
so they are considered Whoa, koalas have 2 penises and 3 vaginas. I skipped all that shit you was
What?
talking about. 2 penises and 3 vaginas.
That's an
I
orgy.
meant to screenshot that out.
With 2 people.
3 vaginas? What the fuck do you do with 3 vaginas? They can't even fuck them. Who can
Bro,
fuck
bro.
that much?
Oh, bro, you know who has the worst time when it comes to procreating? Hyenas, bro.
They got mock penises.
Right. And you know how hard it is for a male hyena to get down with something that resembles them?
Hold on, wait a minute. They got what?
Well, basically, they have an extended clitoris that literally resembles the male organ.
And I know guys that love enlarged clitorises, ladies. So if you have an overly enlarged clitoris that hangs, I have a guy for you. I have a male that loves to suck on baby dicks, okay, with no balls attached. I have you. I have your back. So
And you know what?
let me
And
know.
you know, and I know
Look,
some of y'all in
everybody
some of
loves
y'all
that.
in the audience, or some of y'all in the audience are so sick in the head. Y'all are googling it right now. I know. y'all are looking it up.
Who the fuck didn't grow up on National Geographic? I think amongst us, we all had National Geographic growing up. I think that was like Saturday morning
Bruh.
type shit.
And encyclopedias
Bruh.
and all types of
I
stuff.
grew up. I came up on Crocodile Hunter, bro. Like real talk, as a little kid, and that's why. Whenever whenever I see a stingray and somebody lets them go, I'm like, no, you supposed to stretch him. It's endless get back for my mans, yo. You better drop the people's elbow on that thing.
That was an
That's
accident.
crazy.
I don't care.
It
But
was an
the irony of all animals, an animal that's
Right.
dang near harmless. This guy literally kissed a cobra, tongue kissed a king cobra, went face to face with a lion, tiger, and bear, and everything that can possibly kill anything walking, both flying, sitting, and swimming, and he got done in by a stingray.
Excuse me. Are you talking about me, my spirit? Steve Irwin.
Firstly, Steve Irwin was blind, bruh.
Fuck that. I am the block. I am the block, Steve. I can't even do this
He
shit.
can't even get it.
He can't even do it. Fail. That was a fail, bruh. Try again.
Hi, ladies in the audience.
Maybe later.
How
Maybe
are
fucking
you?
later.
but no, for real. When the great Steve Irwin, when y'all found out the news and y'all found out what it was done by, what was y'all's
I was
reaction?
Really surprised. I was really surprised. I was like, a stingray?
Nigga,
I thought he was indestructible at one point.
light skinned woman, shut the fuck. The first thing that came to every black person's mind is why the fuck was he in the water?
Whoa.
We don't fuck
Doing
with shit in the water.
doing what he normally does.
No, he's Australian. This desert everywhere. Who the fuck in Australia goes in the ocean? They have diddly fucking. They have man of wars,
Bro, this
Japanese
dude,
man of wars. All this shit, bro. Everything in Australia is deadly.
Australia is a danger
bruh.
zone.
Well, yes,
over there.
Australia.
No.
You'll get bit by a fly and die in Australia. But I'm telling you, we
Hey.
talking about somebody who was snorkeling with sharks, not scuba diving, snorkeling.
Hey, hold on, real quick.
Hold on,
Did you guys read this?
sir. You are a fucking animal. She said, "OMG, look up how ducks their dicks fall off and then they try to grow back in the neck. Hold the fuck." Every black female would love the fact that a man's dick would fall off in one season or two. What would be our season, everybody? If
When
we
they give birth, that's the main time they want us to go through it.
but if they're not giving birth, if we had an option, what season would it be when your dick would fall off so you can't fuck man?
Oh, if we had a choice.
Football season.
That's messed up.
But hey, look, and that would be dope because guess what? Women couldn't say shit because everybody dick gone. Everybody dick done fell off.
Do y'all think we don't like sex or something?
No, what I'm saying is that if women had the option, y'all would want a man's dick to fall off at a certain point
I just want y'all. I just want women to.
Uh-uh.
and not be able to fuck nothing.
Well, granted, I don't know. I don't want nothing. I don't want it to fall off, but y'all gotta feel what we
It'll
feel.
grow
So
back.
y'all got. Well, I will say this: y'all gotta feel what we feel at some point, because like we said many a times on this show, there is always a power that you all have that we don't, and that is the term no. When
Y'all
y'all
can say
say no, look, we can, but we can, but we are not going to turn y'all down. That's the thing. I'll say a good 8
We
out of 10
can,
times.
though.
The good 8, but no, because granted, we get told no so many times. We ask when we say when you ask for it, we got to take that opportunity. So we're not going to turn down what we already been asking for and didn't get.
I understand that.
Hey, bro, my former pillows when I was a teenager, they approved this message.
So yeah, like I said.
I was definitely fucking inanimate objects.
So like I said, women will forever have all the power in these situations, in relationships, all that. All y'all gotta say is, I'm tired. My back hurts.
This is the view from my
I got cramps.
Never mind.
No, say what you gotta say. Say it. Say it.
I'm not of that breed of women because
do we acknowledge that it is
I very rarely say no. I gotta be sick to say no.
Can
Hi,
we?
Camille. And so yeah, I'm not of that caliber over there.
Can we at least acknowledge that it is a good portion?
It's a lot. It's a whole lot. And that's why I say, well, I'm not gonna say nothing because that's true. That is true. But I have never, ever.
What makes
unless
women
I had a
say
baby.
no? What? Okay, unless you had a baby, right? So
You
no
got
beef.
to wait them 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay,
that's mandatory. So we get that.
I ain't gonna hold you. I did not wait.
And if I didn't have sense, I probably would have had more babies. But I was like, no, nigga, no.
So let me ask you this: what is it that women and we have the women on the panel. We have Sarah, we have Zena, we have Miss Spriggs, we got Nick, we got Coach Hans, we got all these women in here. Camille, Sean. What is it that make women want to say no to sex with men specifically?
Usually, if they got an attitude, if they mad with you, they know that even if they really want it, they want you to suffer, so they'll say no. Sometimes it can be hormonal. Sometimes we don't. When you're going through different things in your body, especially if you're on medication, it can be hormonal. And it's not that you don't want to have sex; it's just you don't have the urge, or you don't have the need. And that can be kind of bad for you guys, as you'll think we're not attracted to you, and that's not the case. It could be stress, which is what you will want to do when you're stressed, have sex, but a lot of women don't. They could just be being selfish, being mean, being ornery. I don't know, just being petty. It's a lot of different reasons.
So, fellas, may I ask y'all a question? Now, just in retrospect, do you feel, or why is it? Well, no, let me ask it. Do you feel that if we say no when the woman wants it, that the man catches more flack?
She's distracted right now, so I'm going to speak for Phoenix. Okay, I wish I had.
Well, I was not. I said fellas. I said fellas. I was asking y'all. Do y'all feel we catch more flack if we say no, as in we're not doing what we're supposed to do when the woman wants it?
It's harder to get an erection than it is to get wet. That's a proven fucking fact. Like, okay, they have a minute semi-like penis that's called the clitoris, but they don't have to worry about coming from it. They come from the vagina. So most of the time they can just get wet, bro. Like, it's just a matter of just them just concentrating and just
But we're not in the mood.
But to maintain an erection, It's hard as fuck. Like to just sit up there and be like, yeah, I had a stressful day. I worked manual labor all day. I've been in the cold, and now I gotta get my dick hard.
I ain't going front. When we not in the mood, we really not there. We not in the mood because our mind is somewhere else.
My cholesterol is a little high. I may not. I may a little clogged up because I got blood vessels running this bit.
Unless we have been packed up because we've been getting no's for the past 3 months.
Yeah, who?
Getting told no. For the past 3
Getting
months.
told no. And that was just, and granted, that may just be an exaggeration for the sake of the argument.
I don't know, bro, because even in the toxic moments, I still want to hit. Like an argument turns me the fuck on. Like I'm trying to break the ass down to bare minimum.
I
Like,
mean, granted.
In the fuck you talking?
Well, bruh, you're not the only one. Everybody wants that Jody and Yvette situation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Rocky?
I mean, you know.
What was the question again, my friend?
All right, allow me to go back to the beginning.
The lighter strike.
Do you feel like, because granted, women have the power of no. Do you feel like if a man says no when a woman wants it, we get more flack for it, as in we get flack for not doing what we're supposed to do to fulfill the woman?
Nah, but we run a higher risk of getting cheated on.
Which is now right there. That's where I was trying to go. So now, why is that fair?
Oh,
Rock said
it.
Right? Why is that fair? Now it's not. Now, granted, we got to take the ish and wait till you are in the mood. But when we're not in the mood, it runs a risk. Why is that?
I don't know. I ain't a woman, but that's facts.
Well, like I said, that was a general statement.
I got to quote my brother Mo. You feel me? Like, it's harder for men to find something to fuck than it is for a woman to find somebody to fuck.
I don't know, bro. I love my dick pump. I got a dick pump, so yeah, it's amazing.
Well, I think he means something living.
Yeah.
No, sometimes I just need a dick pump and like a good granny porn, bro. Like I'm in a granny porn, bro. Like older women, I love you.
Bro, so do I, but that's not neither here nor there. We talking about living stuff.
Oh shit, my bad. I said too much.
Sarah, I like your question, but there is a lot of time when men aren't in the mood. Even though if they get hard, they might not necessarily want to have sex. So that's, you know. But to you, Rock.
Yeah.
Well, look. Well, for one, let me give Sarah an example. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, you have a man that is into carpentry or something like that. He likes building things and so on and so forth. He has this project he's working on. All day long at work, he has his mind set on just hitting his garage and getting in his happy spot, which is working on that project. He has been thinking of all day what to carve, what to add, so on and so forth. But soon as he gets home, you want it. But he's not in the mood. His mind is set on getting back to what his passion is for this particular night. He wants to do that this night. That is when he's not in the mood. Go ahead, bro.
So, if I am carving anything, I'm thinking about the pussy that I'm gonna get after I'm done. If I go to work and I hurt myself, how am I gonna fuck this woman when I'm hurt? After a major pec repair that I had on this pec right here, reattachment, how am I gonna hold myself in the plank position? I am working to a goal to get my dick wet. We want to get our dick wet. We just want to get our dick wet.
So yeah, like and right there, what Camille says, gotta do what you gotta do. If we're not in the mood, you gotta work for it. We want to do what we want to do. If you want it, work for it.
Bro, you ain't old enough yet to say no. You ain't old enough to say yo.
Bro, look, bruh. Yeah, for one, this is the thing. I never Has there's times where I've been literally not in the mood because my mind is literally hell bent on something else based on everything I got going on. Literally, because I deadlines I gotta meet here, so I literally got stuff I gotta do. But there has been times where I'm doing stuff I want to do, and it has been offered. And this goes back to my last point. I drop everything and go do that because I have gotten the nose when she's not in the mood.
That's the
Have you
reason why
ever? So what was
men.
her not in the mood? Why did you say she wasn't in the mood?
Because she had stuff she was doing at the time.
So no
Bro,
quickie, no none of that.
Well,
all that shit.
literally, she's either well. Granted, I list all the things that I've got, or at least a portion of it. I've gotten well, for one, I don't. She didn't have to tell me this because I could tell when she's too tired. You know, I could tell when she's exhausted. You know, so and I'm the only energetic one up and all that stuff. So she's exhausted. I'll get and she said that too. She's tired. And there's times where because she has back spasms, so her back was literally just not in a good spot. And what's her passion? Her passion is she loves writing novels because she's working on one, and she loves reading. So when she's in knee deep in one of those, it'll take the jaws of life to pull her away from it. So those are just a few.
What?
Okay, so hold on. Sex can help with muscle pain. You ain't got to do much if you're tired. She could have still got it in. On top of the fact, you need a break when you're trying to write. She could have came and got the dang lane
Phoenix,
and would have had a full brain. Shut up! Shut up!
Don't
Shut
tell
up.
me to
Okay.
shut up.
I'm gonna tell you to shut up. Let me tell you
No,
something.
because
Let me tell you something.
everybody don't got mind
Everybody
control.
not, but I'm telling you, I don't have a dick, so I need a dick. Okay, fuck the mind control. Let me tell you something. I've had 5 children. Okay, I was married for a long ass time.
Good for you.
You have to learn. First of all, when you have children, things change. Things that you gotta adjust. Blah blah blah. You also gotta know how to get it in when you gotta sneak. It's just different things you gotta do. I have never said no, one, because I was taught you just don't, that's selfish. You don't tell your husband that. 1, 2, I like sex, so I'm not gonna say no because I wanted to. Nigga, hurry the fuck up, let's go. This was me. Sex was my stress reliever. Sex kept me from eating food. If I couldn't get the sex, I was eating food. I had to go to work. I wanted sex. When I came home, I wanted sex. Sex before church. Sex after church. Sex when the kids sleep. This is what I did. Also, though, I used sex to reconnect. So if I felt a disconnect, I wanted to have sex. So for me, I don't say no. 1, because if he needs it, then I need it too. Shit, let's get it in. But it's not fair if there's no particular reason. And I'm not saying her reasons weren't valid, but if you don't have to say no, don't say no. There are always ways around it.
Well, I'll say this. Firstly, different generation, and everybody wasn't raised with the mind state of a blue friggin' phoenix.
Well, I wasn't always blue phoenix.
Well, I
But I
don't.
also have older. Hold on, I have
GMO.
older women.
Of a GMO. This nigga. Hey,
Well, like I said, nobody was taught that. You said your mother was taught you that. I don't know.
Well,
what her
no,
mother taught her.
because I used to have these conversations because you talk about different things. Pastors talk about different things. I have older aunts who are married that have been married
Traditional.
for years, and I'm pretty sure they have went back and forth. But when I'm mad, I want to fuck. What I mean, it's just this is just me. But regardless of the generation, I'm older than y'all. I have kids. Y'all have no children. So I have been through many changes. I've been hurt. I didn't look. So I'm telling you that you can work around these things if you want to. I'm not saying force. I'm not saying push yourself.
Which
If you're
is
exhausted,
why-
you're exhausted. I know, but I'm telling you.
I know you ain't
that
gotta
there
tell me.
are
I
ways-
know
no,
these things.
I'm just saying.
I know these things can be worked around. You think I don't know that, but I don't want to come off as the asshole. Because
Sometimes you gotta be the asshole.
bruh, All right,
So,
trust me, I was trust me, I was the asshole. She saw my point of view, but like I said, yeah, this is not like a reoccurring thing. I'm just listing things I've gotten over the
Mhm.
span of the
But
15
then you
some
say
odd
you no, but
years.
the reason why I'm saying this is because you're like, I ran home because it had been so long. And I get you work, life happens, da 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 da. But I'm coming from a person who life has happened several times.
All right, congrats. You like to have sex. We get
That's not,
it.
you know what? Fuck you.
We
Matter of
get
fact,
it.
let me tell Denise to
So
fuck
you're
you.
not
That's your problem.
so you're not gonna say no. We get it. Weezy's not gonna say no to her significant other.
Unless
We get it.
I am sick. And
Unless she's sick.
even then, if I'm not contagious and I got the energy and we want to have sex, we're gonna have sex. That's what I'm just saying.
Congratulations, we
That's all
got
I'm
that.
saying.
She's always on go. She's never gonna say no unless her health permits it. We get it. Phoenix is always the buckaroo. We get it.
Fuck. Ugh. Don't get mad at me because that buck messed up your car. Okay.
so, gentlemen, as men, when we are turned down, what is the first thoughts that come through your head when you get turned down? What do you think about yourself first? Do you go into yourself and you be like, okay, maybe I did this wrong, or maybe I didn't do enough? Do you think that there's a reason why women would turn us down, even though they may be ready to do it?
I ain't gonna front. I be trying to pull out every strategy in the book to try to get around everything. But then, if all else fails, I find other avenues to get the energy out. So I get into something else, you know. So
He
because
rubbed one out, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I was
I
getting
feel
ready to
you.
go there. I was getting ready to say it because the way he sounded, yeah, I was gonna
well,
say
bro,
that.
like that's the only option as a man. As a man, if you can't give it to your significant other. So I mean, shoot, it's either you. I don't know. Some people go to the gym. Me, I like to. I go to the studio, so on and so forth, or do something else that I'm into, or you resort to that at the end of it. And even if you go to the gym and do all that other stuff, you still probably will resort to that when it's all said and done.
You gentlemen still never answer my question. What insecurity pops up in your head when a woman says no?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, no, it's basically what was already said. You get to if there was any insecurity, yeah, it's basically that. Like, are you attracted to her? Really? What is there not an urge there to even become intimate anymore? You know, so there's like for real, especially if it happens to you more than once or consistently. I can imagine that that person's mind runs rampant because more things tend to pile on.
I'm making this personal. When you were denied and you viewed sex as a reward, when it was taught to you like dog treats, okay, you get pussy when you get it. What did each like rock you, me? What do we feel as far as our manhood when a woman said no?
No, I ain't
Only
gonna
time
front.
only time I don't that happens to me is when we're beefing. And it gets to the point where get away from me. You feel me? That's it. But I mean, anytime it's been like it's always a conversation. Nothing's left to be assumed. Like what's going on? You feel me? Like why are we not? You feel me? Like because I feel like if with that right there, if you're left to assume what it is, you feel me? Then things go downhill. So you kind of like address that right then and there because it could be just like I'm having an off day. You feel me? Like you got to kind of respect your partner. That's just like if fellas, if we like, all right, I'm with it, which is very rare that we not with it. You feel me? But if we just like going through it and we just not there, then you feel me? Like we're not there. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, a woman can sense that. You know what I'm saying? That we're not really in that mental space to have sex, but we get cut off right in mid action, like you know what I'm saying. Like we ready to get it in, and then it's a nah, not tonight, and it's like a hold up, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
I've always based mine off performance.
Okay.
So there's, like it's not necessarily rejection. It's just like, okay, am I doing enough foreplay? Am I doing enough this, that, and the other? Did I shave my balls today? How many of you shave your balls, man?
I've been trying to, I gotta find.
Trying.
Nah,
You
because I'm
can't
gonna
just
tell you.
try. You
No,
do,
no, 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 no,
and you
no.
do it till it hurts.
No,
You do it
no.
till you
Listen,
bleed,
listen,
nigga.
listen, listen,
Hey,
No, not the
no,
ball.
nobody wants a nipped up scrotum, bro. That shit is not cool or fashionable, bro.
you don't think they don't? They deal with period blood, bro. Like,
So,
nah, nigga.
bro, you
You
don't want to
bleed,
suck. Oh,
we
wait, wait,
bleed.
wait.
Hey, yeah.
You don't want them sucking on the balls and the scab come off, and all of a sudden they get a
Oh
little shot of blood.
no.
Like, come on, bro. Like, nah, that's
Bro,
not
it's an
cool.
art form to that shit. Let me ask you.
Nigga.
Okay, all right. So since we on ball shaving, and that point
Why
that you
are
just
we
said,
on
man,
that?
because bro, hygiene
It's grooming.
is groom. Yeah, hygiene and groom. I consider that hygiene. I consider
I
that
ain't gonna
hygiene.
I ain't gonna front. I let her do it for me.
She what?
Yeah, I let her do it. She
She
insisted.
she say so. You let her get near your Gucci purse.
She
You let her save your Gucci.
bruh, your significant other's gonna go down there anyway.
Wait a minute. I thought you didn't
And
like
no.
that, bro. Hold on.
Firstly,
He
bruh,
said shaving.
I said shave, bruh. I didn't.
Look, don't start it with quickly, quick alive.
Wait a minute. I think we had a breakthrough. I think he's come to the dark side since the last episode. I think she got his gooch.
Bruh,
You a bad
stop
bam.
right now.
You a bad
Well,
bam.
for one, I never said that never happened. Firstly,
Okay.
so I never said on the last show that never happened. So I don't know. I said I didn't like a lot of the stuff. I may not be into a lot of the stuff y'all are into, being that
Not
No,
yet.
you
y'all.
Not yet.
anti-gooch.
Not
No,
yet.
no, no, no,
Anti-gooch.
no. Look, I am anti. Well, I'm not anti, like, because granted, for some reason, she likes messing with my nipples. That's not a thing of. Granted, that's not a thing of mine. I'm not gonna say, oh, don't forget the nipples. Like, that's just something I don't check for. That's just me. That's just me. It's not something that I'm gung ho about. But what I let her do whatever she wants with that. So
So when it comes to sensitive areas, man, skip all that because, hey, bro, if y'all see my regimen, I'm acrobatic. I could motherfucking pass for that shit. That weird ass outfit Jonathan Majors had on. I'm in a worse position than that, trying to shave my own Gucci purse.
What you do in your bathroom is your business.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
because I
hey,
always
do me a favor. Stop
because
calling it a Gucci person.
nah,
That's
bro,
not
it's a
cool.
Gucci purse, bro. It's a Gucci purse, bro. It's the Gooch. It's the Gooch. But we're gonna call it Gucci purse. We're gonna make it how can I put this? Transformative. Okay. You can transinterpretive. You can take it wherever the fuck you want to take it. Okay. If you whatever the fuck. But look, so like whole T. God damn it, I lost my point. God damn, I'm sick of y'all, man. You cut me off, Rock, and I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. But
Good. You called it a Gucci purse, but cool.
Okay, so while you coming to your thoughts, look, she said she came back at the wrong time. That's so funny. While you coming back to your thoughts, I'm gonna say it. I think we have an insecurity too if we're rejected, and also with people with depression, that can be a reason, especially with men. Men have depression a lot of times, don't know that they're dealing with depression, and that does affect you sexually. So I dealt with that in my marriage, and the longest I went without it was almost a year without sex.
God damn, you backed up
And I
like
was
shit.
crazy. I was
I bet.
crazy. But I had to understand that this is what he's going to do. Da, da, da. So, but at first, I didn't know that's what was happening. So, of course, they said, well, what the hell did I do? What am I not doing? What do I need to do? Stuff like that. And okay, we had to have a conversation because I'm like, what's going on with you? And so, yeah, it was damn near a year.
I'll tell you one thing. Whoever you gave it to after that year, you damn near killed him.
I was married, so it was him.
All right, well, Was he able to walk after?
Yes.
Did you
Bro.
have a baby afterwards?
Yes. I got
I see. There you go.
That's the bullshit. That's the shit that happens. That's the shit that happens. That's the shit that happens. What is the major distinction between, because there's a feud going on, right? So women have a lot of toys. Like y'all can solve yourselves with all these plethoras. You have roses, you have vibrators that have beads in it that have different textures than a
We have
penis does,
hands.
than a dick does, right? Y'all have anything at their disposal, right? They have anything at their fucking disposal. What have you what is it amongst men? Have we ever thought about using toys?
Nah.
Anybody? Any of
Nah,
y'all?
bruh.
No. So
Nah, because like
okay.
when I was a kid and discovered my left hand, that's all I needed.
I would never shake your hand.
Well, I
He said
shake.
laugh. He said laugh.
Well,
No high fives.
I
No high
shake hands.
fives,
I
nigga.
shake hands with my right hand. So,
And then he puts that left hand on your back.
yep, yep.
Well, I'm
And,
ambidextrous.
and how about this? In the next film, guess which hand I'm gonna use?
This motherfucker's impossible.
You dirty. Yeah. But you
This
know,
motherfucker's impossible.
and the question, yeah, there are many things, but at that time I wasn't masturbating yet.
Okay.
So I
Oh,
was
word.
psychotic. Yeah. I was no relief.
Back then she was using her mental powers for good still.
I wasn't like going to work and taking care of kids and shit, taking care of everybody else. I was crazy, I'm trying to tell you.
Now this is the kicker. This is the kicker. Everybody, all the females on the panel, I want y'all to pay attention to this, and I want y'all to answer this honestly and openly. Who gets more frustrated, men or women, when they're backed up?
Man,
I say,
look
well,
at jail. Look
I
at jail.
think it's about even.
it's about even. The only
think
reason
about even.
only reason I would edge women is because we used to being frustrated.
Mm,
Y'all don't know frustration until it hits you.
mm.
We
I'll agree with that.
we are desensitized to frustration to the point where it becomes a daily emotion.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
Rock,
agree with that.
you too? You agree with that? Oh, Rock, he didn't win the jerk off anyway.
He's
So
He's frustrated now.
Oh my goodness. No, but it's when it comes to sexual frustration,
mhm.
yeah, I think y'all have a one up, maybe two, three up on that. And that's probably why there are so many toys and why we are quick to go get a toy or stuff like that. Yeah, I say other frustrations, yeah, we can deal with that, but sexual frustrations, yeah, and that shit hurts. It
Talk
hurts.
to us.
It hurts. Y'all get blue balls. I don't know what the hell we get, but
No.
that
Blue
shit
balls
hurts.
only happens when you jerk us off in the movie theater. Every man done went through it.
Well, y'all get backed up. Let me say that.
Thank you. It
But
hurts like
I'm
hell.
sorry, it hurts. Well,
Mhm,
it hurts when we don't have sex either, and
mhm.
it's like a whole physical, emotional thing, and that shit hurts. So you have to learn, especially women that are celibate, and you have to learn how to channel that energy or ignore it, or like I say, I'll cut it off. You find a way to cut it off.
Mm.
Yeah, it hurts. It is crazy.
What is everybody's favorite go-to porn when the significant other is not following through?
Whatever's on my timeline on Twitter.
Okay, so on Twitter, you still have a decision to make. Do you watch all of it, or do you pick and choose
He
what you
is
like?
on Twitter hard now.
What do you like? Twitter been old as shit. I
Boom,
gave up. I closed my Twitter
bruh.
account.
Well, bruh, you probably closed it before they let everything loose on there, yo. This is the age of women promoting their OnlyFans accounts, bruh, and they post all of the exclusive previews for free. This is a
So,
different day and age.
bro, I have a Twitter fucking account. I closed it recently.
All right, well,
The
never mind.
The only question I can ask you is that what favorite porn on
I like
Twitter do you gravitate to? Because it's an
I like
algorithm.
I like
What do you have?
all right. I like watching mature women. I like cougars.
Yay. Yay.
They the ones who seem to that I seem to attract. So yeah, I'm attracted. The feeling's mutual.
What about mature women?
I don't know. It's just something about them.
I know for
First of all,
me,
take that voice back. We don't
Yeah.
cross
Don't.
Yeah,
over,
this is
please.
Hey,
weird. I'm out of here.
firstly, why, Miss Mature? Was it doing something to you? Then
No,
leave. Then
I
mind.
don't.
Then
You
mind
are
your
my
own.
brother. I
Then
don't want
mind.
to hear that voice
All
from
right.
you.
All right. Yeah.
Ugh.
I know somebody who does. But never
Yeah,
mind.
I don't want to hear that.
man,
Anyhow, but
He did
anyways,
have a moment. Who was that? Yellow. Who they say? Oh, yellow. Oh, hey, that's the yellow pill
yeah,
coffee.
yeah, that's the
Hey,
what's
one. That's the
popping?
one right
yeah.
there.
Now I'm
So
gonna be
I think,
honest. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, please finish.
No, I was just
Ladies,
saying.
No, go. I want you to finish before you lose your train of thoughts.
Well, yeah, you have been
ladies
doing that.
first. Ladies first.
Well,
Believe me,
I
I'm
was going to
locked in on
say,
this one.
Well, one of y'all go, please. I'm sick of this back
I
and
was going
forth.
to say, yes, sir. I was going to say that I have actually watched mature porn recently, and I was like, oh, this is very interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I kind of see. It was cool. It was cool. We all gonna get there one day, you know. But actually, so it used to be for me, as everybody knows, black men masturbating. That used to be my thing. I have recently tiptoed over to point of view for some reason. I don't know why, but that
Hmm.
just that actually that works for me. Point of view.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
you like envisioning the dude on top.
No, I don't want to see their face. I don't want to see their face. I don't want to see their
So you
face.
want them masked up?
No, I just want to see what they're doing. I don't want to see their face.
No, point of view is like dick point of view, bro. Like
POV.
it's going in
Well,
and out.
no,
Yeah.
wait. No, POV is different because when I see POV, the cougar is literally simulating talking to the camera as if she's talking to me or talking to the viewer, and they're on top and doing all that stuff and
Oh, I don't want
crazy.
them to talk either. The one I like, the people that I like, there is close up fantasy, right? And I don't even know how I found them. But yeah, I don't know. It's been POV lately. Mm.
I swear, between you and Mo, those are two browser histories I do not want to visit.
Wrong
I
answer,
don't
sir.
browse. I have a lame ass porn search. It's just I just want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I just want
The
to hear.
fact that you're a woman and I know what you watch now, I do not want to see your browser.
No, bro.
That's
You don't
like
want
an
to see my
automatic.
fucking
You're
browser.
no, because like for one, obvious reasons I don't want to see yours, Phoenix. GMO, I don't want to see yours because I don't have that much therapy
I be
session.
doing research for the fucking show, bro.
I don't
How the
have
fuck
that.
did I
I
come
don't
up with the
have. I don't
Brazilian
have
women
that.
farting in each other's mouths, bro? I do this shit for
I
us.
do not.
Yeah.
Bro.
I don't. I don't have that much.
Uh-huh.
I don't have that many therapy session. That much therapy session funds. I don't to endure what's in your browser.
I
Okay,
think
Mo.
that you I think that he would like my browser search. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be crazy. Some shit that I didn't want to see neither.
Tell us like
I didn't want to
Rosita
see half
Pillow.
that shit. She like, dog, hey, yeah. It's some shit that I didn't want to see neither, bro. It's some shit that I didn't want to see in porn.
And where the heck did Rock go?
He ran
I've been-
away. But
I've-
Rock,
okay.
get in here.
I've been doing the BTSs. So I've been more into what the porn stars do behind the scenes instead of I want to see the humanism in them. Like I want to see the human side of them. So like all this Herculean fucking that they be doing when they cutting and taking breaks and eating Subway sandwiches and shit in between. I want to see it. I want to know what fucking happens because you can't because I have chased that dream. I was raised on DVD porn where it goes for hours and hours, and I didn't even recognize that they were cutting the film and splicing that shit so seamlessly that they looked like they were fucking for hours. They
But
were
if you
not.
pay attention to the VHS, you'll see the jump because they weren't as good as it as it is now. But you can see the jump in it a little bit. But yeah.
Bruh, it's
Check
So what
out
were you gonna say,
BTS.
Mo? Anyway,
I was gonna say that I've always been. I was dating like older women like when I was in my 20s. I was like 25, 26, and I always dealt with 50-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like on that cusp. I think that one of the obsessions with older women for me is that I might be the last PP or the last TP or the last dick that they get. Yay.
so
It's something about it.
you feel like you're giving them something to leave with, giving them something to pass
Yeah.
on with.
Because now I'm 40. The women that I was dealing with now, they are in their 70s now. They are
so
dying. They're on their way out. They
oh,
can't.
bruh.
They're not fucking with.
You
They're
don't
not
know
Bro, your cougar,
bullshit.
but your older woman preference has the age with them. You got to start looking at the 70-olds and stuff now.
they be getting it in too.
Yes, they do though. Whole time.
I tell you what. I have never seen a 70-year-old porn, and if you ever see it,
I'll send it to you.
Look at him. He said, "I
please.
got one for you, Mo. It's called
I
Fluffer, a documentary."
Bro, give me
Yeah.
give me 5 minutes after the show. I'll send you one.
5 minutes after the show.
Oh, now? All right, hold on.
Don't send me no ammunition, bro. 'Cause I'm
Don't send-
busting on.
No.
I'm busting on.
No,
It's
you
like,
see what he say? Shot the
Mhm.
club up, thug. No, not doing recording, not live. No.
yeah,
But that's
hey,
interesting.
listen.
So hold on. How old were you when you first saw porn? The first time you saw it?
Bruh, all right. All right, so, and this was before I accidentally found a DVD stash. My first porn was the softcore stuff because I saw porn because I stayed up late at night and accidentally turned HBO on at the wrong time. And then I'm like, hold on, what is this? I had to have been 10, 11, give or take. Yeah, somewhere around there. 10, 11, something like that. So, and it was a HBO program. So, yes.
Mo. Oh wait,
My
I already
first
know your
porn.
answer.
My first porn. My first porn.
Yeah, I
How I
already know.
was,
I remember.
how I was introduced to my first porn. Do y'all really want to hear this shit?
No, you don't have to tell it.
From
No,
my ghetto
If you don't want
ass,
to.
I really don't.
Jersey City ass mother of mine. Oh, now this nigga live again. Okay, all right, bet. Fuck it.
No, don't worry. He gotta
Hey,
answer.
man.
He gotta answer the
Hey,
question
man.
next.
Yeah, because back in the days, when you were growing up in the 80s, my mother tested if I was gay or not. And so it was usually soft porn. It was usually fucking Showtime, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And crazy enough, my mother tested my gangster. She was like, all right, my mother's a thug, you know. Like my mother to this day is a fucking thug. And she tested my gangster. She was just like, you like this shit? I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, all right. Cut that shit right the fuck off and walk the fuck out. Just making sure, like, they had to test, like, your manhood back in the day. Like, it was so much. And I'm not even talking about, like, it's so many levels to this shit. Quick, did you ever have to go through that? Did your mother ever test your gayness? Did she ever look at you and be like, nigga, you might be soft, nigga?
No,
Bro.
I didn't have that kind of mom.
Bro, I grew up on that gangster shit.
But I didn't even like talking about that kind of stuff with my mom, like sex. Like when I had to talk twice in my life. The first one was with my mom, the second one was with my dad. My mom was when I was about 7, and it was the most awkward thing in the world. My dad just talked to me when I was 14. He said, "Hey, If you have sex, wear a condom. That's all I asked, and that was the end of it. It was pretty much that. That was it.
Oh, I hate y'all the sex talk that boys get. Ugh.
What? I mean, no, I got the gruesome stuff when I was 7. Like my mind, like literally, and it's just like just because of the fact that it was my mom telling me this. And the thing is, I blame myself because I asked the questions, but I regretted the conversation because I was very uncomfortable. I was very uncomfortable, but I asked, so I got what I asked.
Yeah,
Does it make
I was. Yeah, go ahead.
no? Finish your story. I'm
Oh no,
sorry.
I was gonna say I was 6 when I got the diagraph in the story, but the first actual porn interaction was in a magazine. My uncle used to have the sex magazine, so we used to play hide and seek and stuff, and I was in his club. We was down South Carolina, and I don't know if I knocked over his box or what happened, but I looked, and I was supposed to be hiding. I was looking in the books, and so I think I was about 8 or 9 when I saw my first porn magazine.
Big CEO, what we got?
So I was flipping through the channels when my little badass was supposed to be asleep. You know, back in the days, the channel used to flip back and forth and shit. Smoke
Hmm.
was coming. I'm like, oh my god, that was a titty. You feel me? So I just sat there, kept flipping back and forth. I think that was an ass. Was that a pussy? Are they fucking? You know that,
The first chance a man learn how to multitask.
man.
You're flipping and you're jerking. It's just like, okay, all right, I'm a flip and I'm a jerk. Yes, immediately. I get it, bro. But how uncomfortable is it to have these conversations? I have a 12-year-old son that I recently just dealt with this shit with, right? So he's not having sex, but he's so like in love, right? He's so in love at 12. And I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. How uncomfortable are these conversations when it comes to our parents? And this is how we were made. Why is it so weird that our parents, as experienced veterans in the fuck game, can't tell us how to fuck?
They're not telling us how to fuck. they,
They should be. It'd be a whole lot.
they wouldn't tell
Oh,
you because
come
they
on,
don't want
sis.
you to. They don't want you to have sex. So why would they tell you how to have sex? They usually tell you what happens, what can happen, uh, what not to do as far as protection, or don't get pregnant, don't get nobody pregnant. My mom or Quick's mom showing you this, and that, blah, blah,
Bruh.
blah.
You wanna know what really traumatized me about that conversation? All right, so in that when I was 7 years old in that conversation, shit, that's when I saw a condom for the first time. Showed me how a condom worked. Now, do y'all remember those lightsaber swords that just that can contract out and go back in? She took the end off of my damn sword and said, "All right, this is a penis," and then slid the condom on. The thing, I never touched that thing again in life. She just ruined it for me. Dang, man, I don't want to be Darth Vader no more.
Oh my
Oh,
God! Shut up,
I don't want to be Darth Vader no more. Forget this, bruh. It literally it was like I said, I was uncomfortable. I was
you're crazy. That is
traumatized.
hilarious.
No,
At
it wasn't.
7,
Bruh, yes.
why she teach you about the condoms?
Like I said, I asked the dumb question of what's a condom.
Oh,
So she showed me the
so
whole
instead
nitty
of her
gritty.
telling you what it's something that people use,
She's like,
well, let me show you.
she took it upon herself to enroll me in my first session of sexual education because she figured it was time.
the key question is, what condom?
It was a Trojan.
I kind of like that tight fit sometimes. Yeah, it's all good.
Well, at least bruh. At least
Is he gonna?
at least it wasn't those friggin' off-brand what the hell they call the lifetime joints.
The
Yeah,
lifestyle.
at least if I'm gonna cover
Life
myself, Keep it at the tip. Keep it right
lifestyle.
there. Mm,
I don't,
keep it
bro.
at
Yeah,
the tip.
Trojans were good. Trojans, the tuxedo fit, the black ones, those were good.
No,
Mhm.
Trojans are like that. For real, whole time they need to get at
What?
me for they need to get at me for an endorsement.
What?
Hey, look,
What?
that's
Those
the
are my
only time I was
favorites.
The
with artists.
tuxedo? I used to use those. Those were mine too. Yeah, I used to
You
use
know
those.
Tuxedos.
why?
The
Anyway,
Because
tuxedo, yeah, the black. They were the black.
it says I'm formal, but I'm here to party.
this a
They were
tux.
good.
Wait a
They were
minute.
good
There
cotton.
was a tuxedo kind of. I must have missed
Yeah,
that one.
Trojan
Yeah, bro.
tuxedos. It was black. It was a black. Yeah.
Those are the best. Those are the best condoms ever. Yeah, yeah. I like the tuxedos, bro. Like real shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Hey, yeah, this shit is crazy. This shit is fucking crazy, yeah. I cannot believe this.
You know, I
It-
think. I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no,
No, finish your thought.
no, I had nothing to say.
Yes. Okay, so I think that fathers should have the sex talk with their daughter. I honestly
Say
believe
what?
y'all should. I think y'all
Say what?
should. I think you should
Oh,
because
say what?
if y'all have the sex talk with your daughters, a lot of girls wouldn't go have sex. I promise
What?
you.
No,
Then I'll end the conversation with, and the
no.
moral of this story is
Because
sex
you
isn't
talking to your daddy, there's something a secret a sacred thing with a daughter and a father, especially if you had that relationship with her. If you have that conversation with her, like you should tell her about boys and life and things like that, outside of the conversation the mom's going to give, a lot of girls would not go out here having sex.
Well, it is coming from a woman here, so
I'm telling you, I needed my fathers to talk, both of them, my step and my biological father. I needed them to talk to me. My mom, she, told me things when I was younger, but when I got older, we didn't really have those big conversations because I wasn't sexually active. I had boys that were my actual friends. I wasn't thinking about sex. I mean, I was thinking about it, but I wasn't thinking about it with them. But I think if my dad had set me down and talked to me about sex and didn't wait until after I actually had sex, I probably wouldn't have rushed. I mean, I didn't rush, but I probably wouldn't have had sex. It's important for dads to sit down and talk to your daughters. You talk to your boys, but y'all don't give the boys the same conversations you would give your daughter, which you should. But y'all should talk to your daughters about sex. Give them the talk. You ain't got to go into detail, but if you talk to them about sex and how important it is as a father, as a man, telling her to keep herself and don't let these boys tell you this. You got to listen because daddy was, da 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 da. I heard it. I did it. Don't, we need to hear that. We need to know that. We're going to talk to our daughters, but talking to our daughters or talking to our sons sounds like wah 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 wah. Mommy don't know what she's talking about. Our son will listen to us probably more than our daughters.
Especially when you're looking around at four other siblings. And you're like, the oldest is here 21
Mm-hmm.
years before me. Shut the fuck up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta think about that. Like, so if it's not bad for you to keep having children, naturally they cannot gravitate towards the problems. The only
Well,
thing I
that
can do is
uh
scare
huh.
my kids, and my daughter never gave a fuck. Um, but as far as my boys are concerned, they don't give a fuck. Like nobody cares. When you're horny, you're horny. And that's the crazy
That's
taboo part
true.
about
That's
it is
true.
that when you have an innate, it's nature. It's when you come to fruition. Like it's just like okay, I want this. I just don't know how to deliver it. Like I don't know how to do it. Do you guide them to do it the right way to please women? Do you guide the women to learn how to please men to make sure that they're more successful
I
at
think you
sex?
should start with allowing them to please themselves.
Say
I
what?
think if we stop shaming masturbation, that they wouldn't be quick to run out and try to sleep. Well, it's like self discovery. Kids start to do that at a certain age anyway, but we shame them. When you start masturbating, like you said, you got the socks, you do all that, you hide it. Now I'm not saying they should be walking around jerking off or playing with their click every which way, but you have to. We have to allow, or they should have allowed us that time when you're in church and you get shamed for having these feelings. You get shamed for being horny. You get shamed for looking at other people. Uh, I forgot what in the Bible it says that if you think it, you automatically do it. Like say you think about somebody having sex, and that means you have done that. you've done that transgression. So it's like you're shamed for having, like you said, these are natural feelings. Of course, I don't want my children out here having sex. And I had to talk with my son.
Why?
Why? When I found out
Why should
I
they?
didn't.
Why should they not be out here having sex?
Why do you want your child out here having
I'm
sex?
not. You can't ask me a question when I ask you a fucking question.
I
Answer it
don't.
straight
I'm
up.
okay. I don't want my
Why should they
children
not
out
be out
here
when their bodies
having
are telling
sex
them to do it? Why would you not want them having sex?
because I don't want them to. I don't want them out
Because
here
you
just
don't want
having
them to.
sex.
You don't want them to. Why should they not be? Why do you not want it? Okay, because you don't want them to. It's
Well,
personal for
okay. Well,
you.
it's not for me
Tell me
because
the
I'm not the
pros and
one out having
cons of
sex.
them starting
So
early
okay,
and
there are
okay,
no pros to having sex early for real. Other
okay,
than by the time you get a certain age, you'll know certain things. But
okay.
sex is not just sex. You have emotional and spiritual connections. You also the possibility of pregnancy or some type of disease, or you can mess up your cervix because when you're at a certain age, you don't know what you're doing. A boy really does not know how to handle his penis for real. So you can mess women's cervix can be messed up.
It's a
They
dick.
can tear. You don't get a dick till you're grown. Their penis, they don't know how to do. Women don't know. Girls, I'm sorry, girls don't know how to how their penis supposed to go in the vagina. Boys don't know how to put a penis in a vagina. You can tear, you can rupture something, things can happen. Their penis can get hurt. They're just different things that can happen to you at a young age when you don't know what you're doing. You're moving like this, and you just know you got to stick it in something or something need to be stuck in you. So it's dangerous to begin sex early, and it would be better if they started with themselves.
Rock. No.
I'm sorry, Weezy went on a nice little statement. What was the question again? Why should we? What's the pros and cons of kids fucking early? I mean, one, my biggest thing honestly is I don't. They're still kids. You know what I'm saying? Like just because you're old enough to have sex doesn't mean you have to have sex. I mean, and then 9 times out of 10, as youngins, we have sex irresponsibly. You feel me? Like fellas, we still getting used to fucking with a condom on. But that one time that we say, "Oh man, I ain't got no condom," and we going there raw dog, it's a whole different. You feel me? It's a whole different level. So it's like at a young age that we and I can say it, we did I didn't have sex responsibly. You know what I'm saying? As a youngin, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know everything that I needed to know because I really didn't have a sex talk. I got the same thing. Use a condom. You feel me? And then when I was having sex, my mother was counting my condoms on my dresser. You know what I'm saying? So it was just all right, well, you having sex, but don't go out here and give me no grandkids. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. You feel me? Like a lot of kids having sex as kids lead to early parenthood. And, once early parenthood happens, you know what I'm saying? Us as the grandparents, we're taking care of our kid and the grandchild just to, you know what I'm saying, to really pitch it in just so our child can have still have a good taste of quality life. You feel me? So it's a domino effect with it. You know what I'm saying? Like me on the other hand, I had my kids early and it worked out for me because I'm about to be 40. When I'm 40, all of my kids will be out of high school. You feel me? They're graduating. They'll be starting their life. So, I'm young, they're young. It works out, but it's no real benefit to your kids having sex as teenagers.
Quick. What you got?
Well, I don't have no kids, but I can speak from an excuse me, an observant point of view. And pretty much Rock hit everything kind of on the head, because when you when you're young, teenage teenager, you're reckless. You know what I mean? 9 out of 10 times, you're not gonna be responsible. You're gonna be in the moment. Young adrenaline's gonna be pumping, and things happen irresponsibly, or things happen accidentally, and lacking the common sense to know how to properly go about things if accidents or things happen could lead to long-term situations, whether it is disease, whether it is teen pregnancy, so on and so forth. and primarily, a parent is going to do whatever they can to make sure their child isn't for the streets, for lack of better description. So they want to instill the morals in them early. So even if they do these things, they know how to go about it responsibly. But like Rock said, if you're like 13, 14, 15, however in that teenage, you're still a kid, be a kid. And granted, we all know how unkid like we tried to be back in those stages. Back in those stages. We thought we was grown in high school and we tried to act like it too. But at the same time, with kid comes lack of common sense, lack of responsibility. And therefore, as the parent, they try their best to make sure they're as responsible as they possibly can be. I mean, it is what it is.
Can I ask something?
Do you
And
think?
as a parent, how dare you fuck in my house and you don't pay no bills? Hell no. Fuck that. I'm done. My bad.
Is that the funny thing about it is that we get life coaches, we get sexual coaches when we get older. We get women go to pole dancing classes. Women do all these things to learn how to please their men. Should you be trained early or should you be trained later in life?
I mean, it's supposed to be. It shouldn't be training. It should be experience. You feel me?
But experience comes with what?
Fucking
The
Experience.
the
yeah.
unknown. So because they didn't learn it from you, they got to learn it from their
I
lover.
mean, I mean. Let's be real. Let's be real.
So
It's
how do you train your kids to fuck?
how do you?
You
Because
can't like
like just imagine. You know what I'm saying? You giving your son advice, and then he hear you and your wife fucking, and then he comes out, and it's that awkward moment where he's thinking, "Damn, Dad just hit her with the move that he taught me." You feel me? Like it's a little bit of awkwardness to it.
I can't, yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. I never have, never will, never will want to walk in on my parents in the midst of everything. Now that I'm grown up, I can think of some instances where I may have seen them after they were finished. you know,
Oh,
you
he was
know.
out there. Hold on, he was out there because
I'm
back in the
like,
day.
because I'm putting pieces together as an adult. I'm like, damn, they definitely did something before I came in that room. So, but anyways, neither here nor there.
You smelled your
After
mother.
no, shut up.
You smelled
Anyways,
sex.
bro, shut up.
There you
Anyways,
go.
but anyways, I will say after that 10, 11 year old episode
Mm.
of catching HBO at around 11, 12 o'clock at night. That's where I kind of tuned in and got the basics down until I ran across a DVD stash and got the real 1-2s down. Come to find out during the first time, well, yeah. And you know what? And granted, I don't know about everybody else, but when on my first go around, I tried to copy everything I saw on them tapes. Failed, got the job done, but like it was awkward. It was awkward. It would make a funny comedy. But but anyways, yeah, that's where I initially got my training from.
Yeah, that confused. But another thing too, sex causes emotion. That does something to you. I lost my virginity at 16. Well, I gave it away. I ain't gonna say I lost it. I gave it away at 16. And hey Greasy,
What it do,
My
fam?
Oh
dog
shit.
Graves, what's good, boy?
that did something to me. It didn't make me, how some kids got an attitude, stuff like that. It did something to me mentally and emotionally. And I disappeared for a couple of days after that. So it's not just getting in there and learning and doing all that. Sex changes you, and it's not always for the better. I really honestly don't feel people should have sex before a certain age, and especially not in the younger years of teenage years. If I had the chance to go back, I would have waited. I would have
For
waited
what?
to have sex.
What
Just
year?
waited. I
What
don't know
year?
what
What
year. I
year
don't know. I'm
would
not
you have
sure.
waited and not known shit about how to please a man? See, the crazy thing about down south is that women, the old birds, they talk about sex. They brag about their moves and all that shit. I done seen them bake cornbread and talk they shit. You hear me? The difference is when. I think the only problem is when do you teach the moves, the top rope moves? I think
Not the
that
top rope.
yeah, because the only thing that I'm hearing here is the lack of experience is going to lead them in the wrong path. If they know what to do, they're gonna know what to do, right? So are we depriving youth of sexual experiences that they could have in comparison to the sexual experience they have to learn on their own and hide it from your ass? Truth and deception.
Okay, so
So
then hold on. So
Mhm,
are you saying because it's always a back and forth about women and how many men they've been with and if they a
mhm,
hoe and this and that.
mhm,
So are you saying
mhm,
that women and men,
mhm,
young men,
mhm.
young women, should be out here just fucking? And it doesn't matter how many men they've been with. And it never matters how many women y'all been with. Because y'all ain't
If
never
you
called none.
could, you know what, and this is the crazy part is that the way you're talking right now is
I'm
that you're
I'm
making it sound like we're teaching horrorism.
what you're saying is allow
You're
them to go
teaching
out and have sex, right?
horrorism. That's you're teaching horrorism. But if they're gonna do something great, do it great, right?
I'm not teaching anything. I'm asking you, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm asked. I'm no, I'm not. I'm not necessarily saying that. This is an open minded discussion because when I when I started when I started, I was a lame. I couldn't please a woman, and it
That-
eventually backfired. It no, shut the fuck up. It eventually backfired. So every man on this panel knows about the backfire. Like, okay, I think I know what I'm doing because I'm learning from porn instead of from somebody that's well experienced. Do we are we are we supposed to just learn our moves from strangers? Because either way, it's gonna happen since you don't want to talk to them. Are you gonna learn your moves from strangers? Are you gonna learn how to have an orgasm from strangers? Are you gonna like what is the balance in this?
I tell you, the side factor of all this is communication. Now, follow me. At that age, what child is going to go to their father or has the confidence or the stability in one's self-esteem or ego to go up to one of these men or older folks and say, "Can you teach me how to have sex?" I know
Nobody.
I know I wasn't going to do it. I was not just even I would feel embarrassed even forming that sentence before I even said it. Know what I'm saying? So I can tell you right now, I wouldn't have done it. And I didn't do it, which is why I learned the way I learned from the porn.
Well, we're
You
not going
know,
after the children. We're not talking about them. And usually sexual maturity happens at 16 and up, right? So this is when the loins get hot. For boys, 12 years old and up, right? The loins get hot, right?
it's early for girls too.
This is okay, well, so be it. But this is my thing. This is my thing. In the culture that we live in right now, and everything that we've gone through as a people, right? As a whole, it is cool once you have age, you start bragging about the moves. I've heard it. I've heard this shit. I've heard women at the fucking, like I said, cooking cornbread, talking about what the fuck they did to keep their man. And by then it might be too late. But they're curious. So either way, Phoenix, and either way, anybody else that's listening that didn't want to hear the parents talk about it, do you think that that was wasted time of your life if you had known what to do instead of how to do it?
I don't know. I don't think it was wasted time, but I have no clue how that conversation would have went. I had no clue.
So
And
your
they also,
father comes. So your father comes to you quick and say, "Hey, boy, this my move.
well,
You
granted,
gotta put it. You
if it
gotta
was
put the
my,
crawfish
I
chicken wing, and this is how
I
you gotta execute it."
I ain't gonna hold you. If it was my dad coming to me, I'd probably listen because my dad would be my dad would be cool about those types of things, and besides, he'd probably be funny with it too. But it just that conversation just never happened. It's kind of like when I said when me and him had that run in about it when I was 14. I guess he for one, I'm assuming he assumed that I was already well knowledge or out there doing whatever. He assumed that, which is why he said it the way he said it. Was there an actual all right, let me show you what I like to call the upside down pile driver. We didn't have that kind of conversation. Like this. He ain't say, all right, now this is how your brother got here. Get at me tomorrow. I'll show you how you got here. So
I knocked your mama
anyway,
sideways. I call this
so
the hurricane spin.
so
Yeah,
yeah, we didn't have like I said, and the thing is, it would be hard for me to keep a straight face because my dad would be the one to make me laugh during that during that kind of conversation. But but yeah, we just never had that conversation. No, I didn't come to him, about it. He didn't come to me about it.
Rock. Would you have rather been coached through love making 101 to a woman by a woman, or would you rather been coached by your father 101 by a man?
I would rather for my father to coach me how to drop some dick in a woman because it's more relatable. You feel me? I don't want to
Facts.
hear about a woman how she gets pleasure off of taking dick. No. Like I would talk to a woman on certain things. The initial, yeah. Now, when it comes down to pleasing the woman and getting to the details and to the specifics, then yeah, let me talk to a woman because a woman can explain it to you. You
Your
feel me?
mama.
But my mama, fuck no.
Why not?
Bring on my aunt. No, no.
Your
I don't want
aunt
to hear
is your mother's sister. Why not?
so because I don't want to hear I wouldn't want to see or hear my mother get excited about the things that she like done to her. No, hell no. I'm gonna tell her, Mama, go sit your ass, God rest her soul, go sit your
Bruh,
ass in the corner. I don't want to see that side of you. Go sit down.
don't ask me that question. My mom destroyed one of my favorite toys for me. I couldn't even look at Star Wars the same way.
Like, bro, could you imagine that? Ooh, when he stuck
That is
his tongue in my
hilarious.
butt. Ooh, like nah, like what?
Bruh!
Nigga,
Hell nah, hell no, hell no.
I was that kid, boy. I already understand that. I went through that.
Nah.
I went through that. But the fact is that a lot of people here on this panel, we have four beautiful minds right here. We have people that are listening, that are chiming in. How much regret do you have trying to learn instead of understanding and having insight on how to please? See, we are now well into going on our 40s. I am in my 40s. I'm going on 42 tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But if you had to talk to anybody that had more
Speaking yourself.
experience, who would be your trusted person that you would go to learn how to make love and please the opposite sex and or the same sex? I don't give a fuck what it is. But I don't feel like we would go to we would go through the lengths that we went through to randomly do it in schools and skip school and classes and all this shit, and we still
So
get talked about. It
I
it,
would
it, it develops insecurity, you know.
I would rather for my big sister to put me on the game than my mother.
But who did she learn it from? She had to do it by experience, and that's the thought pattern. So if anybody has superior experience, it's the people that have the children. It's the people that learn from their mistakes. Like, okay, I didn't get any pleasure out of this. I know you hearing your girlfriends talk. I know you hear them talking about I had the most major orgasm. This is the reason why divorces happen. This is the reason why shit happens. This is the reason why men step out because we're listening to shit outside of us, and we're just like, I don't even know what the fuck that's about. Imagine your father being able to talk to you and be like, bro, this is going, hey, bro, she might want to do some freaky shit. This is how you handle it. Or if you're gonna have form, work on your buttocks muscles. Nigga, like start doing some squats. Nigga, like reverse. Like you gotta do something different. Like, what is it about sex that is so taboo amongst us as parents or future parents? Excuse me. Nobody's ever thought of this. Look at Phoenix. She don't
No,
even know
because
how to fuck.
no, because I don't think. I think that, like you said, it's always sex has always been a taboo conversation. Our parents didn't have these conversations. It wasn't even don't get pregnant. It was just they couldn't even come to that conversation at all. So I don't know how I would react if my mother came to me to tell me something about trying to please a man. And even in that, I think you still have to have that experience, because just like somebody sitting here telling you what to do, you still got to try. You're not going to always get it right. So you have to have the experience either way. I'm not sure. But
That's
then
so uncomfortable, isn't it? The
well,
thought of it is
as a
so
younger
fucking
child,
uncomfortable.
as a young
No, you
teenager.
right now as an
Oh, me
adult,
now?
it's
Oh, I'll have a whole
uncomfortable.
conversation now as an adult.
No, you won't.
But
Not with a
who
kid, you
wouldn't?
won't.
No,
You
not with
would
a
not.
child. No, not with a
But
child.
if they are going to jump out there, would you fucking coach them through it to not make the mistakes and or to be successful at procreation or the practicing of procreation? Would you do it?
I would talk to them in a way where, especially if they ask me certain things, I
The
would
only thing
probably,
you're going to do is give warnings. What about the success rate? What about how to keep? What about how to
yeah, I
pleasure?
would have those
Would you be able to
conversations.
have that?
Yeah, I could. I could have those conversations, but
At
This
I
what
is
don't
age?
want to. Not now. Not at the
this
way.
is what
Not at the age they are now.
you
Not at
gotta
the age they are
remember.
now. They need to be older.
You can't necessarily school anybody about pleasing anyone. You can only give them the basics because everybody is not pleased the same way.
Yeah.
If anything, you got to teach them to be observant, teach them to pay attention, how they react to certain touches when you do certain things, or in general conversation when they say that they like things. You feel me? That's the things that need to be taught versus, yeah, you need to put her left leg
Do
around her
this, do
head,
that, do that. Yeah.
two her ass in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you got to be a little more.
I think that is the problem, is that you just don't say toot her ass up in the air. So all of your successful moves.
What? all that stuff being songs though. All the stuff that you're saying,
That's
you
the
can put a
problem.
song on
That
and
is the
hear it,
fucking
right? That is
problem.
crazy.
That is the fucking problem, is that that kids are learning from the fucking music more so than they are
We
from the
did too.
experience.
We did too.
I don't give a fuck what we did.
No, I'm
What
just
I'm
saying
saying now is that since
yeah.
we learned from that fucking music, how about you take over the music and you teach them gently or how to do it the correct way?
And I wouldn't have absolutely no problem doing that, because we should
At
do
what
that.
age?
But not now. I'll say
At what
18.
age?
Because I have
18.
one about to be 16, one about to be 14. My son's 21. I don't even touch that. That ain't my business.
And now
But
he out there fucking the world up because he
well,
don't know
I
no
had
better.
a conversation with him, but I did not go into those deep conversations because I'm not his dad. I'm not a man. So I'm like, I can't talk about certain things with him. I did talk to him.
Are you sure
And he
about that?
calls me, who, my son, and he calls me, if he calls me and asks me certain things, he doesn't call and ask me sexual things. But if he calls and asks me questions, or I'll ask him, we have conversations. But for my daughters, when they get 18, I'll say, I can have those conversations with them. But I do have other conversations with my girls that lead up to adult womanhood, and that lead up to them learning themselves. Because even in trying to please your partner, you still got to know you. You still have to know you. And I think I see where Mo is going with this because we have had a lot of trial and error. We go through a lot of things where the insecurities and not knowing what to do, or uh, things that we've experienced causing trauma, which causes you to do things certain ways sexually that you just trying to, I'm guilty of that. And you have to have that conversation, like you were saying, in order to know what's right, what's wrong. Because sometimes we don't know what we're doing is wrong, or it's not good for the other person. But I, before 18, no. 18 is still pushing it, but at 18, we think we're grown anyway. So I'll say 18, having that conversation. Um, yeah, I'll say that.
Speaking of sex and babies and such, Weezy, do you think you were a hyena or something like that in your past life?
Oh
What?
shit.
I still think you are the mother and the father of that child, of your children, because I don't see nobody but you and them kids. They
Oh
can't
my
have no,
goodness.
they can't have any other genes in their
Well,
system aside from
they
you.
do, not just mine, because I didn't get pregnant alone.
Yeah, I think you're look based on your life experience. You may be the first case.
Oh,
I think you found a way.
shut up.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, look, this has been one hell of a show. We about to call it quits a little early on y'all tonight. Let's go and get this roll call going.
Man, y'all know the vibes. K Quick Beats, Bars, and Faith and TV in here. Asylum out. And all them other singles is out. Y'all already know. Uh, I name them all, but we ain't got that much time in the outro. Make sure y'all tap in next week. We got Manny Producer popping in. Manny
Hey,
freaking Producer is coming in live next week. So tune in. Yeah, yeah.
Man, of course, it's your man GMO, aka Non GMO. You will see me and the Phoenix next Wednesday for our show. I hate to say this, but sometimes I just do things to make y'all think. I just want y'all to think and think deeply and bring it on an equal playing field, because these are the hormones and everything that these teenagers are going through, which I'm going through with a preteen right now as my son. So just think about that. Think about everything that ran through your mind and how unsuccessful and successful you have been over the years. And what is it? Not millennials. What is it when every 10 years is considered what?
a
Phoenix?
decade.
A
Decade.
Yeah.
decade. Every decade that you spent trying to figure out who you are, and the one coach that you didn't have was a parent in your corner. Whether it be for fun, whether it be for fucking anything else, through disparities, everything. If you hide the truth, you will forever be in the darkness. I dilute myself. I am full of water. I'm gone. Yeah.
Okay, wait a second.
Bro, he sound like the dude from In Living Color.
I was trying to pull a Phoenix. I
If
was trying
I
to pull
can
a Phoenix right
Yeah, I
now.
know, I know.
if
And it
I
didn't
can
work.
That's why you
Turkey
pulled up.
bacon.
You
Turkey bacon is figging
like
he
if I
for a
pulled
can
he
die,
fish
pulled
food.
a Mo.
no, he said, no.
Yeah.
What's dude's name from In Living Color? He's like,
I pulled a red bacon.
if I can dilute my liquid for a second,
I pulled a red
like
bacon, bro.
Okay, I am the Blue Phoenix. You can catch me at the Blue Phoenix Hills everywhere. Let me be the one to put out there that tomorrow our very own Mo has a birthday. He said it several times. I don't think nobody caught that. But he has a birthday tomorrow, which is also St. Patrick's Day. If you celebrate, whatever. But make sure y'all go and light his page up, send him all the birthday wishes and blessings, and send some slaps if you got to. He need a
and
few.
and I'll
But
speak on his behalf. Gifts are appreciated, so
they are.
all the
They
Bengay and icy hot would be appreciated.
are.
You
Anywho,
motherfucker.
a very early happy birthday to my best friend. I love you very much so. And when I see you, was in the chokehold. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in tonight.
God damn. Man, look, it's your boy Taylor May Rock. Once again, happy birthday to the Smash Brother himself, motherfucking G.I. Mo. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all already know what time it is. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms at Taylor May Rock. Follow us at Red Vision TV on YouTube, Red RV TV, at Instagram. Man, look, we all live in here. We will see y'all at the same channel, same place next week. Y'all be good, love, peace, and head grease.
So